So they actually did turn them into condominiums or apartments. They actually came with a historical status, meaning they cannot change the building.
They all fit a little bit of a different buyer profile too, which is great.
This flooring is from President Madison's house. They refurbished it and...
President Madison?
Yeah.
I am always blown away when I meet new salespeople, especially real estate agents, who post on Instagram once a month. And they say, well, that's not really me. Well, then the job isn't really you.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Welcome back to Your American Dream. I say your because these are stories for you and by you. We're sharing positive stories week by week and hoping to make a lasting impact on the nation. Today we have an incredible adventure with co-hosts Craig Sewing and Tawny Vargas. We're going to be exploring a property in Rancho Santa Fe with unprecedented entertainment value. Check it out.
We have an extra special surprise today because Jenna invited us out to Hacienda del Corazon.
House of the Heart.
Say it in Spanish. We're in San Diego.
Hacienda del Corazon.
So terrible.
I know, I sound so white. Which
One more time.
I know what it means, the house, the heart of the house, house of the heart. My understanding is when we find it, it's
My
going to be a
understanding is we were
massive
supposed to
estate.
take a right, like 6 rights ago, but that's okay.
Well, at least it's a nice neighborhood to be driving around.
Rancho Santa Fe. We got a horse arena.
That's right, Jenna did tell me we're going to get the ride of our life here, so I don't even know what that means. I imagine, hey look, there's a horse sign.
We're getting close.
Yeah, that's got to mean something.
I can feel the love.
I can
the
feel the
hotel.
whiskey bar.
Hacienda del Corazon. You could smell the whiskey. I think it is.
Is it?
I see roses.
I see a awesome estate. Wow. Wow. Mark here. I can't wait to go in.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Game time. Ready to show me around?
I thought you were showing me around.
Let's go.
That is an unbelievable property in Rancho Santa Fe, California. At 12,000 square feet, we're probably going to get lost. But before we do, we had an amazing interview with New York's Ryan Serhant, also the star of Bravo's $1 Million Listing, and he dropped some incredible knowledge on us. So get a pen and paper and get ready to take some notes, only on The American Dream.
I'm Kara Kay with The American Dream. I get to meet with Ryan Serhant of $1 Million Listing. It's an exclusive interview and it's one you won't want to miss. Thank you again for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
With the wine in the wine room.
It couldn't be classier, in my opinion.
I know, it's very classy. I should have worn a tie.
So I know that you know the importance of TV and media. How important do you think that is in real estate today?
I think media is incredibly important in all businesses. I think any business that does anything for marketing in any way, shape, or form is now a media company. I mean, if you're a real estate brokerage like I am in New York City, we don't build the apartments, we don't build the buildings. We're not really real estate brokers, we're media brokers, right? I find different ways to market my properties via media. And so for me, television has been huge.
Sure, I think you, of all people, know the importance of getting exposure to listings, which is why you've gotten into TV and media. Now talk about the transition into how important it is to be social as well as on TV.
Yeah, I think that if you're a salesperson, right, which is what the book is for, is anybody who sells anything, you're really selling yourself, right? You're creating a relationship. You sometimes have to talk about the product. Sometimes you have to go into the price. Sometimes you have to go into the features. You need to have all that information, but that's what you need to do. That's the job, right? Everything else, especially through social media, especially through different forms of media, is building that relationship passively, right? This, you and I talking right now, is an active communication, building a relationship. Right. But I can hit so many more people through social,
right,
through YouTube, through LinkedIn articles. People talk about passive income all the time. For salespeople and for a lot of people in our generation, kind of the gig generation, we have passive relationships, our passive income, because those will turn into other sources of work for us down the line, and we just don't even know what they are.
If you are talking to a realtor who really wants to make it tomorrow and in the future, what advice would you give them?
I am always blown away when I meet new salespeople, especially real estate agents, who post on Instagram once a month, who aren't doing anything on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter, and they say, well, that's not really me. Well, then the job isn't really you. You can't sit there and complain about not having business or sit there and complain about how the market's so tough if you're not actively doing things that are under your control. And what's under your control is putting out media. There's so many different places to absorb content these days, and so many real places to hit real people, to target them directly in your neighborhood, on your block, like that age group. And it's all about consistency.
Are you ready to cheers to your book and all your success?
Sure.
Okay.
Are we drinking this?
Yeah,
Are we chugging
I know
it?
nothing about wine.
So we're cheersing to the American Dream?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that again.
Okay.
So it's for real.
Okay, cheers.
All right.
To the American Dream.
It doesn't get any better than Ryan Serhant. I mean, there is a reason why millions of people follow him every single week. We're lucky to have him on the show. And right now, we're gonna go back to Rancho Santa Fe and see what Craig and Tawny are up to. Check it out.
Now this is an estate. This is an entertainer's dream. Tawny, can I saddle up with you?
Sure.
In this full bar?
Have you ever seen an estate with its own saloon?
No, I've never been in a place like this. This flooring is from President Madison's house. They refurbished it and...
President Madison?
Yeah. So like from his house, this flooring from his house is now in this pad that we're sitting right now in front of this bar.
Well, I think I'm feeling a little presidential.
Yeah?
So I think this calls for a shot.
Shot, cocktail, shot, right, let's do it. We wouldn't be doing this bar justice if we didn't take a shot.
Well, I'm feeling classy, so how about the bad stuff?
All right, coming right up. 2 shots of bad stuff.
It's a classic.
Here I have your bad stuff. So I'm gonna pour us a couple shots, but I mean, could you imagine hosting a party here? This could serve hundreds of people.
And if this is your house, you're gonna be the most popular kid, and I promise you, everybody's gonna come party at your house.
Well, this is a great place to host them.
A few more of these, I think you'll be dancing on that stage over there.
I might get on that stage. Depends how we have to get along with the horse arena a little bit later, though.
Oh, yeah?
Check that out later. Do some things out there, have some fun.
Some things?
Yeah,
Let's have
do
some
some
fun.
things. It ain't my first rodeo.
In the midst of the darkest night,
Hacienda del Corazon is a classic property in Rancho Santa Fe.
chains that were holding me. You sent your son down to set me free. Everything
This property was originally constructed around the same idea of lifestyle that Rancho Santa Fe was founded on, and that is a simpler and a slower lifestyle.
Every time I walk through this house, I see another detail that blows my mind, but my favorite part about the home is that there's this incredible indoor-outdoor space that is accessible in every room. Living in Southern California and having so many beautiful sunny days, it's wonderful to be able to have all of your doors and windows open.
Floors from President Madison in your own private saloon. These are the sorts of things that I didn't even know I wanted until I saw them. This is an amazing way to entertain, but right now we're gonna check out how they entertain in your city.
Hi, this is Gary Horton with RE/MAX Equity Group, a top 10 producer out of the Broadway office. We're here in the Pearl District, an awesome area where it used to be just nothing but warehouses and railroad tracks. Now it's changed into quite the metropolitan area. Urban legend has it there was a lady named Pearl Marie who used to do big, great parties down here in the warehouses, and a lot of people came. They called it Pearl Place or Pearl District, and that's how it landed its name. You know, this was known as a place with just nothing but just warehouses everywhere. So when they actually did turn them into condominiums or apartments, they actually came with a historical status, meaning they cannot change the building. So you will see that a lot of these buildings still have a lot of the advertisements and the painting on the side like they used to have. They come with ranges and sizes anywhere from about 300 square feet up to about 3,500 square feet, some with outside decks, some with great rooftops. And all below would be nice commercial where you can actually find restaurants, bars, cafes, and everything. It's all right there at your fingertips. In fact, I went down to Burn Cycle right here, and oh my gosh, I sweat my buns off over there on Burn Cycle, but it was a lot of fun. Back in the early 90s, I was thinking about actually moving here myself. There were the Irving Street lofts. They were the first lofts to come down here in the Pearl District. They were about 1,600 square feet with parking, and it was for $120,000, and believe it or not, I couldn't afford it, so I couldn't buy it. But right now, same unit, 1,600 square feet, 5th floor up there, it's going for $635,000. Oh, you win some, you lose some. If you need more information about the Pearl District or thinking about buying or selling right here, please reach out to me, Gary Horton at RE/MAX Equity Group. I've been native Oregonian. I'm right here to help you, and I would like to welcome you to Portland, Oregon.
Never been in a horse stable in California before. I've been in a lot of real estate, but nothing like this. This is cool.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I grew up in horses all my life, and this is honestly one of the coolest.
So Jenna is going to show us around, take us on some of these horses, but you know, I'm kind of noticing there's not any here. This thing could hold 7 or 8 of them, I think.
Yeah, it could hold you. You could live here.
I could live here. All right, well, you're the one who grew up in a barn. So what about these horses? All right, and there she is. Hey, Jenna.
Hi. I know. I promised you guys horses, and there are no horses here today. But the good news is the owners took them down to the Del Mar racetrack, and we have the whole place to ourselves, and I have something super exciting planned. We have 400 horses up at the garage.
400 horses in the garage. All right.
Check it out.
Let's check it out. All right.
So this is what I really wanted to show you, the toy garage.
What a garage, a lot of toys.
We have motorcycles, motorized bicycles,
Yep.
a classic Chevelle.
This is a beast. Now this is a nice car. I don't even want to touch it because I don't get my fingerprints on it.
But what you get to go out and have some fun with is this Razor.
So this is the horses.
This is it.
So I get to drive this?
Go have fun.
All right. Can I bring Tawny with me?
Of course.
Wow.
Go rip it
All
up.
right. Let's go cruising this beast. I'm gonna go grab Tawny and we're gonna go tear it up.
Now, remember, be gentle. The owners aren't here.
All right, got it. Giddy up. Let's do this.
If you would take all the posters on my walls growing up as a kid and put all the cars together, it would be that garage. I mean, that property is absolutely amazing and something that dreams are made of. But right now, we're gonna check out your agent in your city.
We're back with more of the American Dream. This time I'm speaking with Marie Boatsman. She's a broker realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Marie, thanks so much for being on the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me again.
Of course, you always have some awesome topics, and today we are talking about Portland, how it's shifting, as well as some of your amazing listings that you have. So tell us what's going on in your market over there in Portland.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely experiencing a little bit of a shift, which I think most of the nation is feeling to some degree. We have, more inventory than we've had since 2014, which is actually kind of a nice change, especially for buyers. It's still competitive, but it's not as hardcore competitive as it was. So we're not seeing quite as many bidding wars as we were even, 6 months ago. In terms of like active listings, if you take the last 45 days of active listings, 72% of those have had price reductions of $5,000 or more, which, that's a significant number. So we are seeing price reductions, we're seeing more inventory. It's still definitely a great time to sell, great time to buy. Historically, we're still in a great market. We just are experiencing a little bit of a shift.
Interesting, because we are seeing this all over the country. You're so right. It's a little bit of a shift, but like you said, there's inventory, there are still buyers, so it is all still very relative and cyclical. And speaking of inventory, I want to know, do you have anything on the market yourself that's available that we could see?
Yeah, I do. I have 3 great newer listings, and actually all 3 of them happen to be in Sherwood, so they all fit a little bit of a different buyer profile too, which is great. So I have one that's a 3,627 square foot daylight basement, gorgeous remodel on the main level, lower level. Basement has a full bedroom, bathroom bonus, so it's really great for dual living or just guest room space, but beautiful home and overlooks the Tualatin Wildlife Refuge. I also have a brand new listing in Woodhaven, which is a coveted location in Sherwood, really close to the current high school in Old Town. A little over 2,400 square feet, 4-bedroom, could be a 5th or den bonus. So lots of great options. The sellers have put a lot of money and love into that home in the last couple of years since they bought it as well. And then lastly, I have an adorable townhouse that's in a really coveted location in Sherwood as well. 1,388 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And again, these sellers have just put so much time and energy and money into updating the main level of this home. So 3 great sellers, 3 great listings. I know they're all going to go soon.
They sound amazing. I know you'll find the right buyer for them. And Marie, in the past, you've spoken so highly of Portland and its vicinity to the coast as well as the mountains. I feel like a lot of people forget that Oregon is even on the coast. Do you have any listings that you could show us there?
I do. So I happen to have an incredible home site, so just a lot for sale in Depot Bay, which is probably about 2 hours and 20 to 2 hours and 30 minutes away from Portland, kind of depending on where in Portland you are. So still super convenient. But this lot is 0.4 acres, so really great size. And it sits kind of right where the Pacific Ocean comes into Depot Bay. So you're getting some ocean views, some bay views, and it happens to be on basalt, which is the sturdiest of, surfaces you could build on the coast. And it's really one of the only lots left of its kind. Most of these home sites have been developed, so it's a really incredible, unique piece that's left.
Wow, so you said 0.4 acres, like almost half an acre, essentially.
Yeah, yep, it's a big lot, and so lots of options for what you could do on it.
Wow, that is amazing. That sounds beautiful, and I know, again, like you're going to find the best buyer for that as well as the other 3. We love having you on the show to talk about what's going on in Portland, and we're excited to see where it goes next.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be right back with more of The American Dream.
Well, that's it for this episode of The American Dream. I don't know how I ended up in the studio when Craig and Tawny got to ride that thing out in Rancho Santa Fe. Either way, if you have a property that you think would be perfect for The American Dream, or you have a story that you think that we should shoot out all over the nation, we would love to hear from you. And until the next episode, I hope you keep dreaming, and thanks for stopping by.
Till you come back.